Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? It's your man Tay Sweat here once again, and this is another STB Market Watch. And today, of course, yes, we're going to go over one of the plays that we made today, and pretty much how I made $9,000+ off that play. And I want to take you step by step as we, called it, and overall, just kind of review what we saw, what I saw, what I saw. Why did I see it? Why did I call it? And then we're going to go over that today, right? That's what we're going to be talking about. So that being said, let's dive in. Now, this morning at 8:44 a.m., I put in this is a free Telegram, free Discord group. I put in there, I said, listen, all right, fam, overnight, the ES gave us a sign of reversal. Okay. I said, although our bear flag is still there, I can't ignore this important reversal indicator. We have to make a move, or we have to move with the market, meaning I am taking a small profit here and going bullish. Okay. And as you will see when I show you, I had two trades for the day. That was it. That was the position I took on. As a matter of fact, I took the bearish position. I went short on the ES last night during class. I was teaching the class last night. And I was like, hold on, I'm gonna actually take this short. And we made some good money to the downside. So let's go over the chart first really quick. All right, family. So we on a replay here from pretty much last night, or as we entered today's session, which the start of the session should have been around 6 o'clock, right? So let's bring it to 6 o'clock time. So we're going through a replay, of course. All right. And basically during, the last night's session, I said, listen, this, because we were talking about bear flags, right? And I said, listen, this still looks like a bear flag, right? Now, to be totally transparent, we've played this thing all the way down, right? So I talked about bear flags back on this one. We made money all the way from here down. I took this trade, I showed it, we took it down. And then we bear flagged again. I said, I don't know, y'all. I think this still wants to go down. And so basically what I was doing, I said, man, like, I don't know though. Like, I need to get more intel. I need to see. But it looked really good. So I took it. And the reason why is because if we go back, let's see. If we go back, we look at some support and resistance, right? We got some really good resistance right in there. We also have this downtrend that was being followed, right? In there. I mean, it was really looking good. It was really looking good. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, we got resistance here. Look at that. Resistance, 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 resistance. And I think I took the trade like right in there, maybe. It was probably like 7, 8 o'clock, something like that. And yeah, so I took the trade, right? So I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, okay, this thing looks really, it's bear flag still. So this move down, bear flag up. But I have this crazy resistance. 1, 2. I'm like, oh man, you're not breaking past this resistance. It's double resistance. Look at that. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that was the candle, I believe, because it was bumping up against it. And I was like, I got to take this trade, y'all. So it was bumping up against it during these candles. And I'm like, man, I got to take this trade. And we got a nice move down soon after, right? Soon after. So look good. And I'm thinking, of course, this thing, it wants to come back down here and test this. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see how we do, how it moves. Well, that little move right in here confirmed a move that we're going to go over today. Many people are going to say they've never heard of it, or maybe they have. I don't know. But we call these, or these are called or popularized by the name of head and shoulders patterns or inverse head and shoulders patterns. Okay. So on today's episode, okay, this is episode 7, we're going to talk about this, right? Now look at this. This is one of the patterns that I like to kind of follow. Okay. And look at this. Head, shoulder, right? So you got a shoulder, head, and shoulder. Now, this area right here would be your neckline. Now, this pattern is just simply a reversal pattern. That's it. It's a reversal pattern, and it's been something that's been a reversal pattern. I mean, for decades. I mean, literally, this has been playing out in the market for the last, I don't know, probably 100 plus years. I mean, it's been playing out in the market for a while. So that being said, when I saw this pattern, I was looking for it to break the neckline, right? I said, hey, if it breaks the neckline, I don't care what, because I do have some area down here that needs to get hit. But I told myself, I said, I don't care what needs to get hit down there. If this neckline breaks, we out. Right. I told myself, I said, if it breaks, we are out of there. So I'm watching for this to get above this resistance and this downward resistance, right? And what happened? We go, boom, boom, and bingo. It broke it, it closed above it, held it at support right in here, right? Now, I was not up. I was not up during this time. I was fast asleep in my, my bed. Now, of course, it's not going to take off just yet. Not without me. Not without me. But I did see this happening. So I'm thinking to myself, man, okay, we are about to take off, right? Now, there's a rule that says before we take off, though, there's something that needs to happen. Right. So I knew it wasn't ready to take off yet. So when I woke up around this time, it was about 6, 7 o'clock. When I woke up around this time and I saw this, I started telling myself, oh boy, let's look for a pullback and we're going to sell. Right. So my position was sitting right here at about that 41.96 ish, 41.95 area. So I'm like, hey, if I can just get a pullback, I want to see it break this low, and then I'll go ahead and start. I'll take profit and I'll go ahead and take off. Right. So we got a pullback right there. Boom. Right where I wanted it to go. That pulled back at 8 a.m. So if we switch back and we look at when I told the group I was getting out, I was taking profit, it was about that 8:44 a.m. I said, look, I'm getting out with a profit. And it wasn't a real small profit. I actually made a decent amount of money on that. It was like $900. So I said, look, I'm gonna get out for a small profit, but now I'm going bullish. I'm ready to go bullish because I see this coming, right? And for those of y'all who are wondering, here's the results. Okay. As you can see, we ended the day at 9,300, so nine grand. As you see, we took two trades, 100% win rate on these two trades. So winning trade 2, losing trade 0. Um, the big trade, so the first trade was like $900, but the big trade that I stayed in that made me a lot of money, that's the one when we were bullish. And that's what I was seeing based on this pattern, right? So this is just some support, some performance that I wanted to show, just because for motivational purposes. That's all. I wanted to show the performance in my account, and just kind of show what I called it out. 8:44, 10 a.m. I kind of made a video like I told y'all, told y'all I was coming, right? And I started, basically adding to the position, and we just took off. Once I saw we were bullish and we were getting up above area, you just add to the position and we go off we go, right? So here we are at that 8 a.m. area, right? I told you I was getting out of there at 8 around at 8 a.m. So basically what we did was we waited for the pullback. As a matter of fact, I actually took a buy. So I got out and then I took a buy somewhere in here. It was probably like right in this area, somewhere in this area. I went ahead and started buying, right? I knew it had more room to pull back, but just in case, I wanted to get in. I'm not gonna lie, I front ran the hell out of it. Okay, probably by almost 20 points. So yeah, I knew what was coming. I just wanted to make sure I was in. So this thing came down, and then boom, I started seeing those bulls step in. I said, "Oh, we good, baby," and I picked up some more right in this area, and then here we are playing out that same inverse. Some people call it inverted or inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, and this thing just went nuts. It went nuts for the day, right? Now I got out probably right about it was about 42:20. It was like 42:30. So I got it right when it started stalling, maybe right in here. I got out right here. Because once I started seeing it stall, I'm like, you're stalling too much for me. So I went in and got out. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. I could have waited until it got up here 10 more points, but I'm not greedy. I got out somewhere in here. Um, this was one heck of a move. I love it. And yeah, I wanted to go over that today and maybe even see if we can find some other head and shoulders patterns, right? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of back test this thing and see if we can find any more head and shoulders patterns play out, just so you can kind of see what it looks like to back test and go over it. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we're gonna take this thing back. We're gonna see what we can find. All right, so of course, this was one really, really great head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders pattern. I love it. Um, we have I mean, honestly, this right here is definitely a prospect for one. Um, so we saw, I'm going to draw on all of these. So you saw kind of like this little baby here, head, shoulder here, right? We broke it, held resistance. It went up just a little bit. And that tends to happen. It goes up just a little bit, and almost I would say it kind of just does that to freak people out. But you got below it, so that broke the neckline, and this thing, I mean, from there, this thing just went nuts, right? It started falling, so boom, went up a little bit, and it just boom, it just fell. All right, so we made a really good move from even if you would have got in right here at 42:03 at 4 a.m. Boom, 41.75. So that's a what 30, pretty much $30 fall. It's a nice fall. Okay. So that's one. Um, let's see what else we have. Here's one back here. I would say the neckline on this one was something like this. All right. So there's your neckline. We're going to come in and draw. And this just takes practice. I'm not going to lie. It takes practice. There's your shoulder, head, and shoulder somewhere in this area. So yeah, shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline. Look, it got above the neckline, held it at support, came back, right? Boom, boom, boom. And we'll talk about this later, and I'll probably put it in the trading course that I'm building now. Because I got some stuff that I don't want to get out, to be honest with you. So I'm going to be putting some stuff in there in that trading course, maybe talking about some of these things that happen with this and how to be able to even find out where it's going. All right. So we'll talk about that. So yeah, it got above, held support, pulled back a little bit, and literally, I mean, from 9:30 to end of the day, this thing started taking off, right? So it took off here, pulled back actually. So I don't know why we're doing that. Okay, pulled back. So that was a great. I mean, literally, if you would have started buying somewhere here, even if you just bought the support area, 41.51, got up here, boom, $20 move, $20, $25 move actually. Came back, gave you another chance to enter, right? As a matter of fact, it gave you another chance to enter all the way, all the way into here, right? To 9 o'clock. So you could have entered at 9 o'clock, and then the very next day, boom, right? Very nice move, very nice move. So these are reversal patterns because look at this. Fall, 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 fall. How do you know we're ready to go up? Well, there's your reversal pattern, right? So these are reversal patterns. So what we can do now is find us some type of bullish um, pattern and see if we can find a reversal there. All right. I didn't say this. I mean, it kind of looks like one. Like looks like a monster, right? So if you look right in here, this looks like a shoulder, head, and this kind of like a shoulder in this area, right? I would say the neckline. Let me see. Let's see. Neckline would be something like this, maybe. Yeah, I like that. So shoulder, head, shoulder, moved up. It's holding really strong support. And then we break that support, right? Break that support, resistance, resistance, and boom, that fall, right? So once again, how do you know the fall is over? When you start to see a reversal pattern. There's your reversal pattern, right? This was a big move up. We needed a reversal pattern, right? It gave us a reversal pattern, letting you know that that up move is over with. All right. Let's see. We had some consolidating over here, right? So let's see. Yeah, so we fell really hard. Oh, hold on. Before we go into the fall, hold on. Let's go over it, right? This is what you need to do. You need a back test to build your conviction on this, right? Back test, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Let's see what we got with the neckline. I'd say that neckline is somewhere in here. You may even be able to scoot it up a little bit, right? So yeah, support, broken, resistance, leak. Where did it leak to? It leaked pretty much until there was some type of reversal pattern showing, right? So we definitely actually this thing made a bigger move down. We didn't get the reversal pattern until almost like in this area, right? This looks like a reversal pattern here, maybe like a shoulder. It's ugly. I'm not gonna lie. Head, maybe shoulder in there. That's an ugly one. I won't lie to you. That's very ugly. But it could be exactly what this is. Um, and we could literally be having the neckline somewhere in here. Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like to me. Neckline somewhere in there. We got above it. Look at that, held support, and then boom, it reversed out of there. Right, reversed out of there. So we kind of danced in here. It was very hard to see what was going on other than that. So we danced a lot in this area. Um, you might have a very ugly head and shoulder right in one of these areas. Shoulder, head, maybe shoulder. So it's good just to kind of back test, family, and just see what you can find. And sometimes you're going to get these wild moves that you can't really see anything. And guess what? In that case, you have to find other things. It's not always going to be a head and shoulder there, bailing you out and saying, okay, let's go. So sometimes you just have to, you might have to trade some other things. Okay. There we go. Looks like here. Boom. Let's see. Check that out. I would say this head and shoulders pattern maybe somewhere in here. Look at that. Look at that. Got above it. There's your trigger. Hold. Got above, came back, and then boom, took off. Right. And one of my favorite things to teach when I teach this inside of STB, one of my favorite things to teach is I don't care how good your head and shoulders is. I need some confirmation that it's real. I'm gonna say it again. I don't care how good your head and shoulders is. I need confirmation. Right now, I say it that way because for my people who are a little slow catching on, I say it that way because this is something we can use in the charts and in real life, right? In relationships, right? I don't care how good your head and shoulders is. I need confirmation that is real, right? So before I take a bet on you, I need to see some confirmation that I should take a bet. So this is how I like to teach. Y'all know me. I might get a little raunchy, but hey, it sticks. You get it, right? You learn it. So yes, I don't care how good your head and shoulders is. I need confirmation. So confirmation basically means it closes above the neckline. You close above that neckline. All right, I'm a fan. Let's go. Let's go. I got my confirmation. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Right. So that's what I look for. These are definitely some of the signs that I look for. And we can just keep going back, and we can find these playing out over and over and over, just giving us confirmation that the move is done, right? Um, so these are really good, reversal signs to pay attention to. Sometimes you may have to go even on lower time frames because a lot of times, people want to look on like a bigger time frame. Sometimes you might have to go lower, right? You might have to go lower. Um, I've seen plenty of like lower time frame, 5 minute time frame, 1 minute time frame. So sometimes, it takes, going to a lower time frame to see these play out. Okay. Um, this looks like something. I don't know. I don't know where that can't be a shoulder because it's a little bit bigger, but maybe that's I don't know. I don't know, but that definitely looks like something giving us a reversal sign. Let me see. Yeah, right in here, close below it. Here came up, held some resistance in this area, and then boom, leak. So even though it's ugly, I don't know what I would call that. This is ugly, but it still played out. Still played out. And then when you came back up, it held it at support. Look at that. That's just beautiful, right? And guess what? I bet you this line held support for a long time. Look at that. Resistance, 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 got above, support, 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 right? Stayed above it, support, 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 got below it. Watch this. Bet we held resistance. Look at that. Resistance, 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 got back above it. Look at this. Support. Look at that. Support, 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 support. Oh, baby, this thing is beautiful. Look at that. Support, 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 support. Got above it. Support, support, support. Support, support, support. This thing is just beautiful. Look at that resistance, resistance, resistance. Oh man, are y'all not entertained? Good God, look at that support, 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 support. Got below it resistance. Look at all that resistance and support area. Yeah, this is beautiful. Resistance, resistance. Got below, got back above it. Support, support. Took off. Look at this. We're just gonna keep following it. It's this line right here. We're just gonna keep following it. Look at that. Came down. Resistance, resistance. Or excuse me, support, support. Got below resistance, resistance. Support, 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 support. Oh man, support, support, support. This thing just went nuts. This is how it works. All right. So we didn't get back down there, but look, even back here, the same line that was a neckline for probably, which one was this a neckline for? Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. Look at that neckline. Support, support, support. Look at that shoulder, head, shoulder. That's your neckline. Got below it, held resistance, fell. And then you just literally swipe on over and look at this. Goodness gracious. Support, support, support. And even all the way till today, support, 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 support. And we were out of there. Good God. Are you not entertained? Look, look, I know there's a lot of stock traders and teachers out there. I know. But good God, can you give me my crown? Look at that. I just look, that's ABCs. We call that Fisher Price. I just made that so easy, right? This thing's not hard. You just need to know what to look for. You need to know the rules. That's it. See, I'm showing people how this thing works, number one, but I'm also showing that, listen, just as soon as you thought, oh man, this is not possible, you're not really trading and making profits. I'm showing you right here. I can't say it's easy. It kind of is, but look at this. So once again, if this was helpful, I showed you your inverse head and shoulders, and I showed you your regular head and shoulders. The regular head and shoulders is bearish, and the inverse or upside down head and shoulders is bullish. And I showed you both. And if this was helpful, if this was entertaining, if this was just, if you just loved it, come on, show me some love back, baby. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my shit. All right. I do this because I love it. Honestly, I just love teaching. And if you ask me, um, why do I love it? It's because I have a passion for teaching. And as far as I'm concerned, I may not look. It's debatable if I'm the best trader, right? That's fine. You don't have to give me the best trader, but can't nobody teach this shit the way I teach it. I break this stuff down and I make it very simple, simple for you to understand, simple for your kids to understand. I make this very simple and I break it down like no other. So that being said, once again, show some love, baby. Like, comment, subscribe, share my shit. And I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These